Good morning, my dear students. In today's live class, we were discussed about the harmful effects of microorganisms. We have already studied the usefulness of different microorganisms. At the same time, there are lots of harmful effects which are caused by the microorganisms. The first thing is microorganisms will cause communicable diseases. Microorganisms cause communicable diseases. They will cause the diseases in human beings, animals, plants, etc. And the disease causing microorganisms are called as pathogens. Pathogens are the disease causing microorganisms. In human beings, there are lots of communicable diseases which are happening and also which are caused by different ways. Usually in human beings the diseases are spread through the water, air that we breathe, then through the food, then by personal contact or by physical contact, and also through animals. These are the ways in which the diseases are spreading in human beings. So the microbial disease, there is a definition for communicable disease. The microbial disease that are spread from infected person to a normal healthy person through the air, water, food, through physical contact, and also through animals. And this kind of spreading of disease, this disease that is spread from an infected person to a healthy person, is termed as communicable diseases. Then common cold, chicken pox, cholera, tuberculosis, all these are communicable diseases. And there is a table which is given in your textbook, the common diseases and the disease causing microorganisms in humans. I'll just read that. The viral diseases are common cold, influenza, dengue fever, poliomyelitis, hepatitis B, chicken pox, measles, mumps, smallpox, rabies, and AIDS. All these are viral diseases in human beings. And bacterial diseases are typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, anthrax, tetanus, food poisoning, diphtheria, and plague. Then disease that is caused by protozoa are malaria, Kala Azar, amoebic dysentery, sleeping sickness. And fungal diseases, ringworm disease, which is a skin disease. So these are the commonly occurring human diseases, microbial diseases. And now we can discuss the ways through which the diseases happen. First one is through the air that we breathe. The diseases like common cold, tuberculosis, pneumonia, all will happen or all will spread through the air that we breathe. When an infected person coughs or sneezes, the small droplets of moisture along with the microorganism are released into the air. So when a healthy person inhale that air, that microbe enter into the healthy person's body, and he is also affected with that disease. So when we sneeze or coughs, use a handkerchief to cover our mouth and also nose. Okay, that is very important. And the next one is through water, spread through water. We know that through the drinking water, there may be chances of the presence of different microorganisms. So when we drinks that water without boiling it, that microorganism will enter into our body. So after the water related natural calamities like tsunami, flood, etc., we should boil the water before the consumption in order to kill the microorganism present in the water. The diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, hepatitis A, polio, all are spread through water. Okay, and the next one is through food that we eat. Protozoa, bacteria, spores of fungi may present in the soil. So when the fruits and vegetable which is grown in the soil comes in contact with that, infectious microorganism will stick on the surface of this kind of vegetables and fruits. So when we eat this kind of vegetables and fruits without washing it properly, that microorganism will enter into our body and will cause disease. The next one is through the insects and animals. There are some insects and animals that act as the carriers of the microorganisms. They will just carry the microorganisms to the healthy person. And that kind of carriers are termed as vectors. Okay, and the commonly found vectors are housefly, mosquitoes, etc. So the housefly collect the disease-causing microorganisms on their legs from the feces and organic matters, etc. And when they sit on the exposed food items, they will transfer it into the food item. And when we eat that exposed contaminated food, we are also get affected with that microorganism. The commonly spread the housefly diseases are cholera, typhoid, dysentery and tuberculosis are spread by this houseflies. Okay, so we must keep the food items closed in order to prevent the contamination by housefly. And the next one is mosquito. The female Anopheles mosquito sucks the blood of human beings. So this female Anopheles mosquito acts as a vector of the microorganism Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a protozoa and Plasmodium causes malaria. So the female Anopheles mosquito acts as a vector to carry the malarial disease. And the Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue fever. So in order to avoid the spreading of this kind of mosquito and their breeding, we should not collect the water in tires, coolers, flower pots, etc. So keep all these things dry in order to prevent the breeding of this kind of mosquitoes and all other insects. Okay, and there is a table that shows the general preventive measures against the microbial disease. So we are also already familiarized with these preventive measures and I will just read that one. Wash vegetables and fruits properly before eating. Then boil drinking water, particularly when there are chances of infection. Keep the infected person in complete isolation. We already know that because we are in the face of corona issues. So we are all familiarized with all these. And keep the personal belongings of the patient away from those of the others. Maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. Vaccination should be given at suitable age to get the immunity. Maintain good sanitation in the community. Do not eat stale food. Then protect yourself from mosquito bites and by using mosquito nets and mosquito repellent creams. Do not allow water to collect in the surroundings to prevent breeding of mosquitoes and spray insecticide. Then put fine wire mesh on the doors and windows to prevent mosquitoes from entering the home. So these are the general preventive measures to prevent the microbial diseases. We already knows that. And there is a topic about the animal microbial disease. We have already studied the human diseases that are spread in human beings, and in animals also there are certain diseases like the diseases in cows, buffaloes, in poultry. There are lots of diseases occur, and that will reduce the milk production in cows, buffaloes, etc. and also reduce the egg production. Then growth of birds will get decreased and even cause their death. And there is a table that shows the disease causing microorganism, then which animal is get infected and also the name of the disease. So I'll just read that. Bacteria in cattle and poultry also. In cattle, anthrax and tuberculosis is caused by bacteria, and in poultry, tuberculosis, fowl cholera and diarrhea. Then viral diseases are in cattle, foot and mouth disease, rinderpest, cattle plague and also cowpox. Then in poultry, fowl pox, ranicate and bird flu. These are the diseases that are occurring in animals. So these are the things that we have discussed in today's live class, and the rest of the portion will be taken in our next class. Thank you.